close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through it no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of our family and friends to this ceremony today. I want to remind our sixth graders that this is not the end. You are only halfway there. But it struck me as you were walking in, you are a good-looking bunch. I know that the future is very bright. At this time, I would like to recognize some special guests we have with us today. As you know, this is Jenkins Elementary School, and we are named after a very famous and wonderful hero, and his name was Robert H. Jenkins. And serving as the Jenkins Award Liaison, we have Miss Linda Shepard on stage. And we are very honored to have two sisters of Robert H. Jenkins Jr. with us today, Miss Ruby Jenkins and Miss Rosalind Jenkins Guthrie. Also joining us today, we have some representatives from the American Legion. We have Commander Dan Carroll. And auxiliary member Irene Koenig. And if you guys are like me, y'all only know her as Miss Irene. I never knew her last name. 30 years, I never knew it until today. Most of you probably remember Miss Irene from coming through school. I also want to take a moment and recognize our sixth grade team. They have worked with your students all year this year. So if you'll give a wave, Mr. Daniel Biddle. Mrs. Jessica Finch, Mrs. Tara Grace, Mrs. Cynthia Littman, Miss Kathy Lamel, and Mrs. Camden Russell. They always like the young ones. At this time, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start giving out some awards. So, Miss Finch, if you'll come on up, we'll start with you.
Good morning. Thank you guys for coming to support our babies today. I know they're not babies anymore, but they'll always be our babies. So I'd like to give out 3 awards this morning. First of all, for outstanding excellence in reading. I have 3 blocks. So my first block is going to go to Mr. Brandon Leon. Brandon is willing to go above and beyond. He's empathetic to his peers. He's just a wonderful all-around kid. I appreciate you, Brandon. And my second block goes to Miss Kinley Wilbur. Kinley has exuded the meaning of leadership in my Cambridge class this year. She's an amazing young woman with a bright future ahead of her. Thank you, Kinley. And in my C block, none other than Ms. Gracie Mullins. Another wonderful example of leadership in my classroom, always willing to go above and beyond, not just for me, but for her peers as well. Thank you, Miss Gracie. And I do have one more award to present. It is my most improved award for the school year, and I'm gonna get kind of emotional, so I do this often. Most improved goes to Mr. Noah Chauncey. Noah has made so much growth this year that I can't even put it into words. He's gone from one grade level to the next, group 3 levels and fast. He's wonderful. It is an example to the parents that are raising him. So thank you very much.
Miss Lamel.
Good morning, and I have the other 3 classes for reading. So I have 3 awards, one for each block as well for excellence in reading. And in my first block, it's going to go to Angel Galloway. Angel has made a lot of growth this year. She is always willing to help out. She's willing to partner with anybody and work with her peers. In my second block, it's going to go to Maya Morales. And in my third block, it's going to go to Cadence Baird. All of these students work really hard, they're dedicated, and they take their work and their reading seriously. They've all made amazing growth throughout the year, and they're all just well-rounded, good students. That's good. My most improved student is Alondre Ford. Alondre started out the year reading below grade level. He is currently on grade level. He made great gains in both reading. And as you can see, he's a safety patrol. So again, he's another excellent example of a student. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mr. Biddle. I'm going to be presenting for the 6 periods, the 6 homerooms. I'll be presenting the 6 for outstanding science, then the 6 for outstanding STEM. So I'm going to start with science. So for my homeroom for science, for outstanding science award, I have Aaliyah Rivera. And then for my second science block for Coach Grace's homeroom, I have Aubrey Owens. And then for my third block, I have Dominic Smith. And then for my fourth block for outstanding science, Hayden Schaefer. And for my fifth block for Miss Russell's homeroom class for outstanding science, Ms. Maya Morales. And for my final outstanding science award for Miss Letton's homeroom class, Ms. Bella Pena. I will now be going through the outstanding STEM awards for the 6 periods. For my homeroom for outstanding STEM, I have Aiden Stevenson. For my second block for Coach Grace's homeroom for outstanding STEM, Aiden Green. For Miss Lamel's homeroom class for outstanding STEM, I have Prince Griffin. For Ms. Finch's homeroom class for outstanding STEM, DeJavian McKinnon. For Ms. Russell's homeroom class for outstanding STEM, I have Grayson Ridley. And for Ms. Letton's homeroom class for outstanding STEM, Caden Geiger. And then luckily, since I teach 2 classes, I have 2 Most Improved awards to give out. For Most Improved Science, I have Raina LeBron. When Raina first came to my class, she didn't want nothing to do with science, but by the end of class, when we got to cell biology, she was amazing, so really give it up for her. And then for my Most Improved student for STEM, I have Aiden Barnhill.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be presenting the Excellence Awards in Math and my Most Improved Awards. So for my first block, my Excellence Award goes to Bruce Pravat. Second block goes to Alexander Hoffman. Third block goes to who I call my little teacher helper, Noah Chauncey. And then my most improved award. This goes to someone who started off in my class not doing any work and then ended my class becoming one of my top students, and that's Austin Ellis.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mrs. I'm Mrs. Russell, and I also teach math, so I'm going to be presenting my math award. So for my homeroom class, for the overall math award, I'm giving it to Mr. Jacob Akins. Jacob is really great with team activities, and he's always there for his peers, so I'm really proud of him. All right, for Mr. Biddle's homeroom, it's going to go to Miss Isabella Whitehill. Isabella always works so hard. I'm so proud of her. And then for my last block, there was so many kids in this class that I could have given this award to, but I'm giving it to Neil Stazik. Okay, and then for my most improved award, this is a kid that grew tremendously throughout the year, both academically and in my class, all around his behavior, and that is Dakota Burks. Dakota has confidence issues, but I have seen him grow. He's gotten the highest test score on a couple math tests, and I'm very proud of him.
Good morning. I had the joy of all 6 classes too, so I'm going to do the Social Studies Awards first. So for my first period class, Miss Gracie Mullins. For my second period class, Lizzie Busamra. For my third period class, Joshua Jackson. For my fourth period class, Dominic Smith. For my fifth period class, which was really close, Bella Pena. For my last period class, Maya Morales. Okay, I'm going to do this one a little bit different. You know me. When I call your name for the Physical Education Award, I want you to come up here, because then I want to tell the criteria that was voted on while everybody's up here, okay? So, no, this is for PE. This is, yeah, the trophy. So stay up here, because then I'm going to tell how y'all voted, okay? So first period, Stephen Musgrove. Yes, yes. Second period, Chase Hoover. Third period, DJ McKinnon. Fourth period, Prince Griffin. Fifth period, Reagan Dotson. Sixth period, Kayla Fitch. Now then, they were not just based on grades, although it was a big part of it. I let their peers vote, and they voted on sportsmanship, leadership, teamship, because they helped their team. Sometimes, even when they were not winning, these people helped their teammates get better. So it wasn't just grade, it was by the peers too, and y'all did an excellent job voting. Thank you. That's good. Okay, I've got these. All right, these next ones are for the presidential physical fitness test, and I'm going to ask you to do the same thing too. Come up here and stand. I'm going to do the boys first. I know, boys first. Gavin Barnhill. I'm dropping everything. Alondre Ford. Prince Griffin. Stephen Musgrove. Jackson Screen. Angel Shivers. Aiden Tyre. Tucker Tyre. Jose Irizarry. Zach Reed. Caden Geiger. Now for the girls. You get the middle. Y'all can get in front of me. Gracie Mullins. Aubrey Owens. Lisbeth Sales Hernandez. Kinley Wilbur. And Reagan Dotson. While they're standing here, they had to pass all 5 of the tests. They did the mile run, they did the shuttle run, they did the curl-ups, they did push-ups, and they did the sit and reach. 2 of them set school records. No, one of them. Reagan Dotson set a school record for the girl mile. She was 1 step behind Jackson Screen, who was 7 minutes, and she was 7:23. She also set a school record on push-ups ever. I've been teaching a long time. She did 55 push-ups. This group worked really hard to pass all 5 tests. Thank you. Oh, forgot about it. I done forgot about it. Okay. Do you know who they are? Yes. And last but not least, I have most improved also. For social studies, most improved, Brittlin Ross. When we started doing Egypt, this girl excelled. And her artwork is outstanding. Thank you, Brittlin. Oh, I need to thank you. For most improved, for physical education, I also let them vote, but I could only choose one. So the person I chose started off for me and little bitty as real bashful, didn't play, and by the end of the year this year, he was guarding the best basketball player that I had out there at the end of the day. Nathan Leviner. Nathan. All right, I've been here long enough.
Okay, at this time, I would like to take an opportunity to recognize some Alex Award winners. We have two groups of students that we're going to recognize. Alex is a math program that the students had to work very, very hard with this year. And they would do lessons, and there's a pie chart. Some of your parents may have heard about the pie chart, and it would start to look complete. And then they would take a knowledge check, and oops, they didn't quite get there, and they had to do a little more work. But the students I'm about to recognize, these students completed an entire year of Alex. Noah Chauncey. And if you would like, y'all can just stay on stage. Elijah Cox. Prince Griffin. Alexander Hoffman. Brandon Leone. Maya Morales. Gracie Mullins. Grayson Ridley. Jeremiah C. Neil Stazik. Bobby Troy. Ashlyn Ward. Isabella Whitehill. And Riley Wood. So they completed the whole year of Alex with the knowledge check, which means they really learned all of the content. Congratulations, guys. You may have a seat. The following group of students, while the one group I just called up were quite impressive, the following group of students completed 2 years of Alex. Bentley Alford. You want to get up here? Yeah, absolutely. Gavin Barnhill. Kira Busno. Reagan Dotson. Caden Geiger. Yasina Martinez Ramos. Dylan O'Hearn. Bella Pena. Bruce Pravat. And Chance Thompson. These guys, like I said, completed 6th grade and 7th grade. Alex with knowledge checks. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Good morning. I'm going to be presenting 2 awards this morning. The first one is for the spelling bee. So our super speller in 6th grade this year won his classroom spelling bee and then advanced to our school spelling bee and won that. So he was our school spelling bee champion for this year and then was able to go to the county and participate in that as well. So we'd like to recognize Jeremiah C. And the second award I'm presenting is the Lamp of Learning Award. It is a very special award for one student in 6th grade who is chosen for all-around excellence in the classroom and community. So for this student, we are recognizing him for his academic achievement all year, for helping all around the school, jumping in to volunteer inside and outside of his classroom, and for showing great leadership quality. That would be Gavin Barnhill.
So I'm Mrs. Redmond, and I'm going to be presenting iReady Awards and Accelerated Reader Awards. Regarding the iReady Awards, we chose to acknowledge the students who met 100% or more of their stretch growth. So every student is expected to meet an annual growth, but then there's a bigger goal, an accelerated goal. So those are the students that we will be recognizing with these awards today. And when I give you your certificate, if you'll just move off to the side, because I have a whole lot of them. Chance Thompson. Kayla Fitch. Xavion Royster. Joshua Dean. CJ Morrison. Aiden Barnhill. Jose Irizarry. Kaysen Bishop. Dalen Hartung. David Whitaker. Scott Martin. Taylor Macklin. Aiden Green. So I'm not quite even halfway through, so if we can hold our applause until the end, I'm going to keep going so we can see all these beautiful people who had more than a year's growth in iReady. Mackenzie Carnley. Misty Carter. Austin Ellis. I can do one. Bobby Troy. Mason Smith. Destiny Marcotte. Aubrey Owens. I think she's not here. Aiden Hall. Yesenia Martinez Ramos. Alondre Ford. Kira Buseno. Busno. I'll call her Dorothy. Yes. Maya Morales. Caden Blocker. Sophia Durden. Bruce Pravat. Dylan O'Hearn. And the student who made the most growth in iReady this year, Martha Laura Sandoval. All right, thank you guys. Good job on your iReady.
Am I after you?
I have highest already and most improved. Martha has the most growth.
So I have an amendment. We have some trophies that I wasn't aware of. Martha and Bruce, I need you to come back up. Martha, you had the highest growth, and Bruce, you had the highest score in iReady. And that is for reading. Okay, again, for these awards, I'm going to try to go quickly. I'm going to start with the 50-point Accelerated Reader Club. Stephen Musgrove. Dashiell Ramos. Elizabeth Busamra. Aaliyah Rivera. CJ Morrison. Grayson Ridley. Sierra Baxter. Heidi Tovar. Neil Stasic. Alondre Ford.
Hey, guys, remember we talked about this.
Dominic Smith. Kaylee Centurion. Janae Wright. Mariana Bradshaw. Kaysen Bishop. Tucker Price. Maya Morales. Jorge Rangel. Allison Greer. Vander Anger, Brandon Leon, Jeremiah C., Aiden Tyre, Elijah Cox, Riley Wood, Destiny Marcotte, not here, DeJavion McKinnon, Isabella Beck, Hunter Sutherland, Angel Galloway, Aiden Hall, Alyssa Owens, Aiden Stacone, Lizbeth Salas Hernandez, Austin Ellis, Kenley Wilbur, Aubrey Owens, Carlos Bernardini, Mason Smith, Zachary Reed, Eddie Ware, and Raina LeBron. All right, good job, 50-point club. You may all have a seat. All right, the next batch of kiddos are in the 100-point club. Jace Turciano, Noah Chauncey, Aiden Green, Bailey Bolton, Gracie Mullins, Chance Thompson, Bruce Pravat, Ella Severino, Joshua Jackson, Madeline Harding, Kira Busno, Isabella Whitehill, Caden Geiger, Kayla Parton, Nathan Leviner, Alexander Hoffman, Tinsley Champion, and Bentley Alford. All right, 100-point club, have a seat, please. Thank you very much. The 150-point club has 2 members, Yesenia Martinez Ramos and Dalen Hartung. You can go sit down. The 250-point club has 1 member, Marco Champagne. The 300-point club has 1 member, Dylan O'Hearn. The 350-point club is Gavin Barnhill. He also is one of the top readers for 6th grade. The 400-point club consists of Reagan Dotson, and she is the 2nd place reader for 6th grade, and she's also receiving a gift card. And last but not least, also in the 400-point club, Bella Pena. She's the top point earner for 6th grade and is also receiving a gift card. Thank you for reading.
Nice job, ladies. Proud of y'all.
These first. Do we hand it to you? Yeah. Oh, say, I'm sorry, I got out of order. It's okay. All right, I got out of order just for a second, but we'll go ahead and go with it. We wanted to recognize a couple of students for outstanding character. So we talked about it, we met, and as a team for outstanding character, we have chosen Reagan Dotson and Hayden Hell.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ms. Deloach, and I'm the TOSA here at Jenkins Elementary. And one of my many fun hats I get to wear is I'm the safety patrol sponsor. As a former safety patrol that patrolled these halls a few years ago, I have loved mentoring and guiding these students this year. Safety patrols are a select group of sixth graders that are committed to providing safe school environment for all of our students here at Jenkins Elementary. Patrol membership is an honor to have the position, and all of our students rose to that occasion this year. Safety patrol participation offers these students an early opportunity to serve as a school volunteer. It's an organization that promotes citizenship, leadership, service before self, and responsibility. I'm so proud of each and every single one of our safety patrols that have patrolled our school this whole year, and any other tasks that we've needed them for, we pull them and they are quick to help. So as Ms. Weaver calls your name, I need you guys to come on up and grab your certificate and stay up here till the very end, okay?
All right, Mason Smith. Cadence Baird. Hunter Sutherland. Chase Hoover. Bruce Pravat. Jacob Akins. Bentley Alford. Sergeant Reagan Dotson. Kira Busno. Hayden Hell. Alondre Ford. Lieutenant Aiden Green. Prince Griffin. Aubrey Owens. Isabella Whitehill. And Captain Kenley Wilbur.
All right, safety patrols, if you'll stick your certificate on the floor right in front of you. This is kind of the bittersweet, fun day. As they took their last day on their post, today is the day we're going to retire our belts. So safety patrols of 22-23, let's go ahead and take our belts off and retire them for this year.
Thank you, Safety Patrol. You've done a great job all year. Can they step down? At this time, I would like the American Legion to come up and present their award.
Good morning. I would like Kayla Fitch and Noah Chauncey to come up, please. These students are being recognized for the attainment acquired as winner of the American Legion School Award. In further recognition of the possession of these high qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service, which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Shepard, and I taught at the old Jenkins Middle School in Palatka for many years. We won't say how many. I would like to explain to you why you should be proud to attend a school that is named for Robert Jenkins. And I would like to present an award to one of you in his honor and his name. Who was Robert Jenkins? Robert grew up in Interlaken, just down the road from this school. He attended schools in Putnam County, and he graduated from Central Academy High School in Palatka because it was not a high school out here at that time. When Central Academy became a middle school, shortly after Robert's death, the school board chose to name it for Robert because he was considered a hero and he had been a student there. I didn't know Robert personally, but I've talked to people who did. Robert was once a kid like you. He was quiet, smart, and a good student, always smiling and always willing to help others. And he liked to have fun. He was an excellent football player. He also ran track and he broke many records. He was so fast that his friends called him Chief Crazy Legs. I would like to have seen him running to get that nickname. In my first year at Jenkins Middle School, I was privileged to be able to contact a retired Marine named Fred Ostrom. Fred's life was saved in 1969 during the Vietnam War by Robert Jenkins. Robert and Fred were members of a 12-man reconnaissance team, also known as a recon team. Their job was to spy on the enemy without being spotted. Early one dark, foggy morning, they were attacked by the enemy. To make a long story short, Robert sacrificed his life to save his buddy Fred. There aren't very many people who would give their life to save someone else, but Robert did. The Bible says, "Greater love has no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friend." That scripture is on his gravestone. For going above and beyond the call of duty, for his unselfish devotion to his buddy, Fred, Robert was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor, our nation's highest military honor. Posthumously means it was presented to his family after his death. Very few of these medals have ever been awarded, and Robert is the only recipient from Putnam County. Many people think that what Robert did was heroic. Fred Ostrom sure thought it was. Fred lived to go home and have children and grandchildren. In 1995, at my invitation, Fred came down from Rochester, New York, and visited Jenkins Middle School, met Robert's family, and paid his respects at Robert's grave. After returning home, Fred had the idea to start an award in Robert's name, to be given to a student in each grade level who exhibited characteristics that Fred thought Robert had displayed. The Jenkins Award was first awarded in 1997. 2023, this year, is the 26th year that the 3rd Recon Marine Association of Retired Marines has funded this award. It is unfortunate that many people in Putnam County, and even in Robert's own hometown of Interlaken, never heard his story and had no appreciation for the hero who had lived among us. Heroes can inspire us to be better people, and I think it's important for young people like you to have someone to look up to and to be proud of. I hope that you feel that way too, and you will tell his story and help to keep Robert's legacy alive. Robert's picture hangs in this school, and a plaque designed by the 3rd Recon Retired Marines is attached to the outside wall of the office. All of this is to honor Robert and to make people aware that a hero lived here. Not many towns this size can say that. I would now like to read a message that Fred Ostrom emailed me in 1997 for the first award. My purpose for initiating the Robert H. Jenkins Memorial Award was primarily to perpetuate the memory of this great man. It was also to let you, the students, become aware of the many traits that made him the person that he was. His loyalty, hard work, dedication to God, country, community, and of course family, and the hard work and unselfish attitude displayed to his fellow man. These are all traits I hope you all strive for and acquire as you develop into adults. I'm sure these traits are already blossoming in the recipients of these awards. Congratulations to the recipients of the annual Robert H. Jenkins Award. I hope you are as proud to receive it as I am to sponsor it. God bless you all and have a safe, fun-filled summer vacation. Semper Fi, which means always faithful. Your friend, Fred D. Ostrom. This award comes with a framed certificate from the 3rd Recon Marines and a check for $150. It is my privilege to present this most prestigious award, the Robert H. Jenkins Award. I also have the honor of presenting another award to the same student from the Sister Spring Baptist Cemetery Committee. This committee is headed by my friend and former classmate, Leo Granger, who was unable to be with us today. This committee takes care of Robert Jenkins' gravesite and the cemetery where he is buried, just a few miles up 315 North near Grandin Lake Shores. The Sister Spring Baptist Cemetery Committee is awarding an additional $50, and both of these awards go to Bruce Pravat. Would you come out, Bruce?
Good job, Bruce.
At this time, we're going to commence with the giving of the certificates of promotion. Mr. Biddle and Mrs. Hughes's homeroom class, please stand and prepare to receive your certificate of advancement. Cadence Baird, Elizabeth Booth-Samra, Dakota Burks, Mackenzie Carnley, Misty Carter, Samantha Connor, Joshua Dean, Michaela Griffin Johnson, Chase Hoover, Aaliyah Jimenez, Troy Johns Jr., Scott Martin, Jorge Rangel, Aaliyah Rivera, Britlin Ross, Xavion Royster, Aiden Stevenson, Zafina Tucker, Ashlyn Ward, David Whitaker, Isabella Whitehill. Owen Hott. Morgan Hayden. Dylan Maglioka. Ms. Finch's homeroom class, please stand and prepare to receive your certificates of advancement. Vander Anger. Sierra Baxter. Isabella Beck. Caden Bogdan. Bailey Bolton. Noah Chauncey. Allison Greer. Joshua Jackson. Brandon Leon. Taylor Macklin. DeJavian McKinnon. Alyssa Owens. Silas Ross. Ella Severino. Hayden Schaefer. Mason Smith. Tracy Stamper. Tucker Tyre. Jace Terciano. Coach Grace's homeroom class, please stand and prepare to receive your certificate of advancement. Mariana Bradshaw. Elijah Cox. Austin Ellis. Adalia Gracias Perez. Aiden Green. Dalen Harding. Alexander Hoffman. Reina LeBron. Eva Leong. Nathan Leviner. Christopher Morrison Jr. Gracie Mullins. Stephen Musgrove. Aubrey Owens. Dacio Ramos. Emmanuel Rosario. Elizabeth Sales Hernandez. Chance Sherman. Eddie Ware. Jace Williams. Ms. Letton's homeroom class, please stand and prepare to receive your certificates of advancement. Bentley Alford. Gavin Barnhill. Carlos Bernardini III. Kira Buzno. Kaylee Centurion. Marco Champagne. Tinsley Champion. Reagan Dotson. Caden Geiger. Aiden Hall. Madeline Harding. Yesenia Martinez Ramos. Dylan O'Hearn. Kayla Parton. Bella Pena. Bruce Pravat Jr. Zachary Reed. Jackson Screen. Aiden Stacone. Hunter Sutherland. Chance Thompson. Aiden Tyre. Kenley Wilbur. Miss Lamel's homeroom class, please stand and prepare to receive your certificate of advancement. Liberty Cooper. Michael Cruz. Sophia Day. Sharisa Irvin. Alondre Ford. Angel Galloway. Zavangeli Gonzalez. Prince Griffin. Shayla Hyde. Jose Irizarry. Martha Lara Sandoval. Aaliyah Leith. Jackson Markle. Jesse McGuire. Scott Rude. Desiree Sanchez. Jeremiah C. Dominic Smith. Neil Stazik. Riley Wood. Ms. Russell's homeroom class, please stand and prepare to receive your certificates of advancement. Jacob Akins. Aiden Barnhill. Kason Bishop. Caden Blocker. Sophia Durden. Cleveland Eubanks. Kayla Fitch. Hayden Hale. Sierra Marcotte. Ilea Mercer. Mason Mills. Cadence Mitchell. Maya Morales. Adriana Ostrander. Summer Owens. Jalen Richards. Grayson Ridley. Angel Shivers. Weston Thomas. Bobby Troy. And Reagan Weaver.
We would like to thank everyone for coming out and being a part of our sixth grade advancement. As I said at the onset, students, you are only halfway there. Parents, I want to give you some instructions. The class is going to go out and march out of the cafeteria. You will be able to check them out right out here at this side gate. We'll have a table there. So our students are going to go to the right After they're out of the cafeteria, you may exit out the door that you entered in. At this time, if you will, please stand as the class of 2029 exits the cafeteria.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my